Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. I'm back with Axie Infinity. So that's a game I've just started playing, blockchain game. Previous videos we've looked at the kind of basics and the battle arena. Now I'm going to look at the breeding. So most blockchain games tend to have breeding. It's something that blockchain is quite good at doing, transactional stuff. Here we go. So these are my Axies that I have. You can see now I'm up to 6. You can see one of them is actually I've bred one already, so we can go and look at this one here. So there he is. So this is kind of interesting. You start off with your Axie when it's created as an egg, and then you just have to wait. You can't speed it up. It's not like CryptoKitties where you just have the egg and then the egg opens and then the CryptoKitties there. With this one, there's this kind of interesting time mechanic. So you start off as an egg, it goes to a larva. Now you can just see here, I can morph it to a petite. I don't quite know why this is in the game design. Why they don't just let you this happen immediately. Obviously now if I do this, hopefully, if this something comes up. Let's see, am I logged in? Okay, that's why it's backed up with some other transactions going on there. Okay, right, now let's see if I can morph. Okay, so I don't know why that didn't pop up properly. Anyway, you can see it's gas fee to do it, so typical Ethereum. Base scenario, I have to pay a small amount just to get this transaction through. I'm not paying anything to the... I'm not paying any money apart from just to have it happen on the blockchain. So hopefully that goes through. There we go. So go to my activities, and we can see here. So that one is going through. I don't know what happens after that, to be honest. I assume I have to wait again. Obviously, it won't have gone through yet, so so you still have to wait, I guess, for it to go to adult. In the meantime, we could try to do some more breeding. So I'll end up with 6. The reason you would have 6 is you can have 3 per team. So when I have 6 Axies, I'll have 2 teams of 3. I can do some breeding. Now there is another kind of strange aspect here. I'll choose this one if I choose the right. I think it's the right one. Okay, so you can just see that on MetaMask there, it's just gone. MetaMask just gone through there. That transaction's just gone through. Now, when you do battles, your Axies get experience. So you can see here, the experience of our face is 1063, but it has pending 546. So that's kind of, I don't quite know again why that happens. I guess it's a gas fee type thing, or it's some sort of database thing. So it says I can sync it. I can sync the pending XP. So this is XP that's not been added on. The reason this is interesting is this our face has done 3 breeds already, and you need to kind of get to a certain XP mark to do another breed. So you have to get to 1500, and this syncing this will take me to that point. So let's see if I can get this to work. Again, so it's on MetaMask here. There we go. So again, just paying the gas fee. Okay. So again, so we can see here. Actually, that one's not showing. But this one is showing this this morphing as gun. So let's just go through check that's happening. No, this is the other kind of problem. This is this kind of syncing problem. And this is kind of slightly the problem with a lot of blockchain games. I think that they design themselves in such a way that they're using the blockchain to do certain things that they think are important. But then if are they giving strong enough user experience back to tell me what's going on? At the moment, I'm not really sure what's going on with that sync. Did that one go through? I don't think it did go through because it wasn't showing. So but we had this again, so we've got actually two of those going through. I think they're both the same thing. And I think when it comes to blockchain games, the thing with CryptoKitties is that's so good about it is that there's so few things you can do that they make sense. You're buying stuff, or you're selling stuff, or you're breeding stuff. All those things are, you know, obvious transactions that would require use of a blockchain to validate them. And these kind of things, it's not clear that that is the case. That maybe, oh, there we go, both gone through now. So maybe I'll be much better off. Maybe the game design would be better off. You know, a side chain clearly is an obvious thing to do. But maybe some things, you know, maybe the whole thing doesn't have to be on a blockchain. Some of this kind of anyway, yeah. By the by, so hopefully now let's have a go and see. No, what on earth has happened there then? Ah, so it looks like what happened was that was his XP, but it hadn't actually been. So 1063 was the XP of Owlface, but it hadn't been synced. So he was telling me that was the case, but because it hadn't been synced. Yeah, okay, I think I see why I got confused on that. But again, this is coming back to the user experience thing that I've people obviously don't sync their. If you look at any Axie, you don't sync this. But this one can't be right because this one's saying 42 pending 441. So let's try this one and see what happens. So this is, no, it's not. It's going to be up here again, isn't it? Ah, but okay. So it's not showing, again, the other thing, it's not showing things, it's not showing kind of those signing transactions. So the activities it's showing here on this are things from the marketplace or attempting to buy things. It's not showing this syncing with the blockchain, even though it's showing that pop-up. That's confusing. Right, so... Ah, so we can come back to this one. Oh, what? So how do I grow it to an adult? Oh, that's just time, I think. Right. So what's going to happen is, you see, this is a time-based thing to go from petty to adult. That's just a time-based thing. Then it's going to get to adult, and then I'm going to have to grow it to an adult again with another transaction. Ah. I'm not getting very far with this breeding. And I think this is the last one I did breeding on, so he needs. I'm not going to get to that XP required for that breeding because it's 900. So that's not going to work. No. That's not going to work either. So no breeding. No breeding for me on this video. I thought I'd been clever. Oh, I can now. All right. Okay, so that's even more weird. So that had gone through like I thought it was, like I thought it had. So I have got over the 1500 I need. So now I can breed. Right. So it was confusing, but we've got there. So we can go to breed if this works. So I can breed with another of my Axies, but I know none of mine are leveled up enough. I mean, it does make me think at this point, why would you design a game where you couldn't just breed them all the time? Obviously, one of the strengths of CryptoKitties is there's been 1 million CryptoKitties created, 97% or whatever it is, have been created by people just breeding. And the developer gets like 3.75% of every siring transaction. That's kind of how they make their money. I guess with Axie Infinity, because it's more about battling, so you want to have battling as a key part of the mechanic. So you need to have this XP leveling up thing, and to integrate that with breeding kind of makes sense because it forces people to do the battling. But it has then created this very complex scenario where you have to work out how much XP you need for this one to breed. It does diminish the breeding activity. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Right, so I can't breed with my Axies because none of them are leveled up enough, so I have to go to the mating club. Oh no, I don't want to sire my Axie. So I think what I need to do is go to the marketplace and then go to the mating club. Okay, yeah, so again, this is not a very... The user experience is not very good there because I don't want to put my... If I put my Axie out into the mating club, then someone else sides with it and they get the Axie and I get paid to do it. I get the money. So say I'm going to breed with this one. Have I even got... I haven't even got... What have I got? How much ether have I got? Oh, I can do that. Okay. So I can breed with this one. The other thing, I have no idea what are good ones to breed with. That one's quite a funny one. Okay, so let's choose that one. So I can breed with this one. I can select my Axie. I've only one of them is available as owl face. So there we go. Start breeding. Yes. No, I don't want Guild Wallet. Go away, Guild Wallet. Guild Wallet's a Tron wallet, so I don't want that. So here we come up. This is where I'm going to have to pay. So we can see here I'm paying gas as well. I haven't got enough money, have I? That's not going to go through. Or is it? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I did have enough, yeah. Okay. So now we can see. So now this should show up. Right, good. So there we go, we can see here, at least transactions in. So I'm letting these Axies and then do their mating, and then eventually we will see, hopefully, a little egg turning up. In the meantime, let's quickly do some battling. So say battling, oh, there we go, that one's confirmed. So battling is the main thing you do. You can see I've got two teams here. Actually, one of them is a bit. I've not set this up very well because you can see I've got owl faces in two teams. It's just a quicker way of doing this. So I don't want to do that. So I can send to the arena, and I can send this one to the arena as well. If it lets me. Okay. And there's one battle I did 6 hours ago. I can see what happened. I lost. Doesn't really matter. I don't really see. It's pretty random. You can see here now that you can only do 3 battles every 12 hours. So you can see here that's why some of these I've just used owl face twice, so he's only got one left. So I could do one more. So I could do one more if it goes through. I wonder if it's waiting because it's waiting for those other ones. Yeah, so they've all gone through. Defeated, hopeless. So you can see here I can't use any of these teams now because they'll say, oh, that's wrong. Sorry. I can't send to the arena. It will say only fight 3 per 12 hours. So anyway, so I've done my battles. Final one. So it's the 3. Hopeless. So that wasn't very enjoyable now, but hopefully I will be much happier now that my little Axie is breeding, and he's not. So let's have a look at my activities. Okay, well, it's gone through at least. I'll have to come back and have a look later. So there we go. So Axie Infinity, I am kind of playing this and playing it a lot just to try and understand it. There we go. Okay, so it's come through. This kind of waiting around is very typical about what happens with a blockchain game where you're waiting around. Ethereum is not obviously a fast blockchain in the way that something like a Tron or an EOS would be. But I do think the problem I have with these kind of games is the user experience is just generally not very good. And you can see here, when stuff doesn't happen, I'm not sure whether it hasn't happened because the blockchain's failed, or whether it's just the user experience hasn't told me what's going on, or whether I'm just waiting to sync with a client or something. You know, this kind of stuff I think there needs to be a kind of stronger focus. Anyway, so now we can see there's the egg, and this little line will move from lava to petite, and then I'll have to do what I did before with the other one. But now I have created another Axie. It's a little nut. There we go. So Axie number 7. Building a little hierarchy. Maybe at some point I'll actually start to understand how the kind of DNA side of the breeding actually works. But I've never done that for CryptoKitties either. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So Blockchain Gaming World is all about blockchain games. What a surprise. And I try and take a deep dive into these games, as you can tell. I know a bit about blockchain, but I don't really, it's really kind of a bumbling trawl to try and work out how these games work. And hopefully over time we'll see these games kind of improve, certainly in terms of the user experience. But Axie Infinity, I think, is one of the better ones if you're kind of looking to get involved in this kind of stuff. But a lot of improvement still to go. So anyway, subscribe to the channel and you'll get to see how I get on with new games into 2019. But thanks for watching this one, and hope to see you again soon.